Hi there, this is Chloe from Inner Whispers, and today I have the absolute delight of unboxing the Hip Chick Tarot by Maria Strom. I was offered this as a review deck and I was very taken by the whole concept. It's a sort of female-centric deck with strong women and some very, I'm not going to call it playful because I think it's just because they're sort of cartoon style images, but they have a strength to them, so playful isn't quite the right word. Anyhow, let's have a look at this beautiful deck.
So here we are with the Hip Chick Tarot, and as you can see it comes in a very large box. It's one of these Schiffer decks, so let's break into that. Yeah, just quickly. So this is what it looks like. Minimal artwork, just that. And the box has a magnetic flap held by a little ribbon. So we have a picture of the artist, Maria Strom, who comes from Athens, Georgia. And we have the book, which is sort of novel size, but quite thin. And yes, there are grayscale scans of all the cards. Some favourite spreads, a 4-card project spread, action, you, project, environment, a 6-card relationship spread, you, what you bring, issue, unity, other person, what they bring, 3 cards soul dive deep spread with a sample reading, Celtic cross with a sample reading, and yeah, comments about there being no bad cards, spiritual growth, everyday life, and the cards. Family cards, the court cards, major arcana, so a little explanation of everything, and then after that it's just the cards themselves. So the suit of create would be wands, the suit of feel would be cups, suit of think is swords, and suit of earth is pentacles, which I don't know, it strikes me as very slightly strange because, you know, we have 3 verbs, create, feel, think, and then suddenly earth. Yeah, anyhow, we shall see how that works out, and then some closing thoughts just on the very last page. So that's quite nice looking, and yeah, quick description of each card and then the meaning, which works for me. As for the cards, they come in 2 packs to fill this box. So here we have our roller skating fool, hitchhiking on the road of life, and our creator, so that's the magician, and that's also the card that's on the front of the box. I really like the simple colour schemes and the way that like their hair sort of is outlined, so it almost looks, I don't know, ethereal. We have the High Priestess with a very high up third eye. The symbolism is very simple here. I mean, she's got the tools of, you know, a paintbrush for create, a globe for the earth, a heart for feel, and a light bulb for think, which I think are going to be the suit elements that we'll find in the minors. And other than that, there's nothing around her, so very simple. And here, I love it, the little black and white cats, and she's kind of pulling a hole open in the, I don't know, in the universe itself, revealing the moon and the dark sky, the creative void. Nature for the Empress. I'm kind of surprised they don't just, well, I guess Empress is a very old-fashioned hierarchical term, but you know, we have the little birds being born out of eggs in her crown, and nature, I don't know, the shock of inspiration maybe, and a sunflower, flowers blooming around her, and water. Yeah, it's nice. Structure, okay, much more, you know, with the books and tools for building human kind of elements. Sacred knowledge, that's a nice renaming of the Hierophant. With a fish kind of hat, an ankh, a book with a spiral, a lotus blossom, the heart, and a snake transformation. So there's plenty of symbolism. We have our lovers underneath the sun, No angel here, but matching to 2 hearts. And will for the chariot, that works too. Our black and white kitties are back. Strength, interesting, so here we have a mountain, it's that same kind of sun as is in the Lovers, and a flower as well. So more additional symbolism here than in most of the cards. The Hermit, I do love this card. Sitting at the base of the world tree, there's the owl for wisdom and the candle for enlightenment, and she's kind of in her hoodie taking time alone to find herself and find that wisdom. The Wheel, the circle of life, very simple. Justice with the scales, and okay, a blossom and a flower dying, so the passage of time. Hanging, that's rather fun, with the snail and the moon and the star, the lotus blossom, and she's kind of doing a handstand and kind of held up by the tree. Yeah, that's fun. Death, oh that's lovely, with the butterfly, the lotus, things pouring out, another owl. Flow, for temperance, I guess. It's, yeah, rather different. That would make a difference to how you see things. But you do need to be in flow to achieve that balancing. I guess what I miss here is the balance aspect. But still, yeah, we can see how it works. Bound, which is the devil. So you're feeling trapped and sad. Tower. She's really taking a dive from it, almost looks like a bungee jumper. She looks happy and joyful with it. And sometimes, you know, there can be a real sense of release from, you know, breaking up the old structures and opening yourself to something new. Ah, that's lovely. Star. It looks like she's just allowing all this new potential to flow into her and just wait and see how it goes. Moon, ooh, definitely creepy. There's a bat and an octopus and a rather scary looking crayfish and the dog and a shooting star and the dark, dark moon. So it all looks a bit scary, and yet there is that path somewhere. But yeah, you can see the dark night of the soul thing there. And sun, joyful. Interesting, it's still this purple background, but I guess that's for all the majors. So that will give a very quick and clear view of it in a larger spread. And she does look dancing and joyful. Reborn instead of judgment, that works for me. Coming out of an egg. And a hula hooping universe, that's quite fun too. I love her like beehive hairdo as well, and the hula hoop, very 70s. Then we go straight to the Queen of Create, that would be the Queen of Wands. I like that. Rainbow colours coming out of her, and the flower at her chest. The Boss of Create, just do it, yeah. The Teen of Create, so yeah, a very different take on the court cards, but I really like it actually. The Queen, the Boss, the Teen, and the Child, but they're all, you know, women, because this is a very female-centric deck. And straight away as well, we also see the red of the Create suit, which fits with the often attributed fire to wands, which is my personal attribution too. Ace of Create with this paintbrush with green tips. Two of Create. Do I do this one? Do I do that one? Do I stretch myself? So the Three of Create is less kind of ships coming in and more, I don't know, taking the next step. I like that. That works for me. Four of Create. The foundation, the frame. She looks happy about it. Five of Create. Oh my, it's going to be a mess. Six of Create. Yay, I'm the winner. And these are not all just, you know, skinny, pretty white girls. This is a nice, broad cross-section of female strength and beauty. Seven of Create. I don't really see defensiveness here, I have to say. It's more of a little bit of a struggle, and there's lots going on. Eight of Create. Throwing her paintbrushes like javelins or darts. Nine of Create, looks less injured or less, but there is that feeling of last stand. Just the perspective works quite well for that, I think. And then the little sort of storm cloud that you are, having to fight something, and then carrying a whole load of paintbrushes, 10 of create, and this cloud sort of making it seem even heavier. Now we move into feel, the suit of cups, queen of feel, and she's taking in the rain and pouring out water. Yeah. The boss of feel, very much in charge of her own emotions and able to be in flow with those of others. Oh, I like the teen of feel, she's very cute. What a fun hat, and yeah, holding that heart so close. Real dreamer, yeah. And the child of feel, well, even more of a dreamer. Yeah, that's lovely. The ace of feel, just the simple heart. 2 of feel, okay, interesting. So here it's a woman and her baby. So there isn't that seeing eye to eye aspect, and yet if you want to, you can take the implication of a partner, because you wouldn't have a baby without a partner of whatever kind. And there is the yin and yang symbol as well, and the 2 hearts. So yeah, that works in lots of different ways. Interesting choice. 3 of feel, oh yeah, perfect. Hanging with my gals. Love it. 4 of feel, oh dear. And yet, your heart can take wings if you just get over yourself, love. 5 of feel, yeah, very clear. The cloud where she's looking, the sun behind if she'd only look that way. 6 of feel, I like that. It has this sense of, the fact that the hearts are balloons in this gives it that feeling of playfulness. And it's coming home to your own heart, your own emotions, your own dreams from the past. That feeling of coming home to, because coming home can be at an emotional and creative level too. Coming back to what you were always meant to be doing, which is one of the things that I often associate with the 6 of Cups. So yeah, I really like that. The 7 of feel, oh, so many choices. 8 of feel, leave it all behind to go climb that mountain. So very traditional, a lot of this. The 9 of feel, what could be better than a cosy sofa and a warm drink? And the 10 of feel, happy families. The Queen of think, looking over her glasses at us with an idea coming. The Boss of think, oh, it's very active in there. Can do again. Teen of think, yeah, works well. The Knight of Swords has often been shown on a motorbike, and yeah, that works. I like her funky scooter. And, sorry. And the Child of think. Oh, I have an idea. Ace of think. 2 of think. It looks a little bit less blocked than quite often because her arms aren't crossed over. It's like weighing it up. This one, that one, this one, that one. But of course you can get stuck in that, oh dear, I'm weighing everything up thing. 3 of think. Oh, she looks a bit grumpy, and there's the heart with the little drop of blood. Yeah, that works too. 4 of think. Absolutely lovely. Resting up so that you're ready. Gaining a bit of wisdom with the little owl there. 5 of think, oh dear, throwing words at one another, and things get broken. That shows the kind of lose-lose situation aspect of that very nicely, I think. The 6 of think, moving on. 7 of think, sneaking out. 8 of think, so many thoughts, I don't know what to do. 9 of think, nightmares, insomnia. And 10 of think, oh no, they are all smashed. Queen of Earth, she looks a little bit, I don't know, tipsy almost. Definitely an Earth Mother though, I like it. Boss of Earth, got this. Teen of Earth, oh dear, the weight of the world. And Child of Earth, oh, so much potential, so much to learn. Exploring it. Ace of Earth. 2 of earth, I like that. Balancing aspect. 3 of earth. And you see the teamwork aspect because there's the shaking hands as well, and the sort of hard work. 4 of earth. She's gathering up all her resources. She's going to water it all as well. I like that. 5 of earth. Oh dear, cracked walls, but there's lots outside. And have faith. That works. 6 of earth. So once again, there aren't other people here, so there's not so much the aspect of generosity and give and take. It could just be of abundance. Yeah. 7 of earth. Well, she's definitely taking a break, seeing as things are blooming. She doesn't have to be on it. There's less that idea of looking on your work, but yeah, it can work. I can work with that. 8 of earth, the artist. 9 of earth. Oh, interesting. So she's kind of, it almost looks like an older person who's gone back to school. She's got everything that she wants, but she's still disciplined and determined. It's different and I quite like it. And 10 of earth. She's got everything. Look at that cornucopia and cash. Oh yeah. So altogether, a really nice feel to this deck. I like the simplicity of the images. And very pretty, fully reversible back, if that's something that concerns you. I'm going to try riffling this way. So it riffles okay. I think I can riffle it. Yeah, it riffles better like that. The cardstock is a bit thick, which is always one of my things with Schiffer, but it feels okay in the hand. You can't hold the whole deck in a single hand. I can't hold the whole deck in a single hand, and I don't have particularly small hands. But, you know, that's the case with a lot of decks, and quite a few people say they prefer that somewhat thicker stock because it feels more sturdy. This has a nice bend to it. It doesn't feel overly rigid, and it certainly doesn't feel too flimsy or floppy. So, when you're feeling set upon and defensive, this will be a good deck to help you find your way through in a creative way. Blessed be.